Take two. Okay, guys, I don't know what just happened. It was an awkward moment, but Lucky is trying his best to shut me down or something. Yeah, Lucky's trying to turn me off. Yes, I am working hard. Or is it hardly working on Puncho number 20? We'll see what happens. But yeah, I've got stuff to do and people to see and just crocheting along here because I got bumped. I don't know what happened, but yeah, I'm back. I have my Chromebook in my lap here, and Lucky just went down at the foot of the chaise lounge and piled up and is thinking, okay, Mom, what's going on? Yesterday, oh, that was actually still today, isn't it? That I did my infusion. I did a little infusion live using the Chromebook here, and the quality of my webcam, even though it's brand spanking new, really stinks. Even now, it has me all washed out. I look terrible, but it is what it is. So, everybody that was trying to chit chat with me earlier and got bumped off, um, I'm back, trying to be back, and I am working on part 2 of 4 of these beautiful granny squares for a poncho. So just wanted to answer some questions that some of the viewers from the live had asked me yesterday concerning my infusions, and it if I thought that the infusions had given me a better quality of life. The answer is definitely yes. I have been in the hospital only a couple times, and well, 3, should I say 3, for surgeries last year. But after each surgery, I was able to come home, so there was no overnight stay. Thank you, Jesus, for that. And I have not had any chronic bacteria infections in over 2 years. That's a good thing. Absolutely. So that is wonderful. I'm just sitting here crocheting right along. Anybody wants to hop on, they're free and welcome to. I hope I am not stepping on anybody else's live right now. But it is Dora, that yarny zebra, in the house, talking about post-infusion daze, DAZE. So, yes, that's what's going on right here and now. My grandchildren and my daughter and son-in-law did make it back to Kentucky for their little vacation. The kids are out of school because of Mardi Gras, and that happens once a year down there in the bayou. So they took their vacation and came here instead of hanging down there in Louisiana. So here we are. I was on earlier chit-chatting, and then very oddly something that came across the screen over here in the chat area saying chat has been discombobulated or chat has been blocked. That's what it said. And I'm like, why? What's up with that? So, don't know what happened with that. So here we are waiting to see if anybody's going to hop on and chat, or if for some awkward reason YouTube is blocking my chat stream at this time. I would not know why, but it's really odd. There's nobody in the stream. Nobody's in here with me, but I've got a thumbs up, and it wasn't me. Nope. So just having an odd thing going on here, because by now usually I have a sweet group of people in here chit-chatting with me, and I still have no chats in my stream, so I don't know what may have happened earlier that would have caused the live stream chat to shut down, but it did happen. Matter of fact, I had people coming on trying to chat with me, and I was not there for some reason. I was shut down. So really awkward, y'all. Very strange. It appears I'm going to be getting all my words out tonight as I sit here and crochet all by myself. All by myself. I'll just sit here all by myself. Do 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 do. I'm used to that. Well, yeah, Lucky's here, but I mean, like chit-chatting, having conversations type persons. It's good to chit-chat and talk and have someone to chit-chat back with you. Indeed it is. So if anybody is out there, come on, let's talk a little bit. Or I just know that bottom line, if I go upstairs and go to bed, I'll go to sleep, and then I'll be frustrated at myself for not having this poncho done. So yeah, right now I'm working on sewing in these, getting these ends situated so they won't be. What are you doing, buddy? Lucky, what you doing? Jumping around? Okay. Well, Lucky is saying, hey, Mom, you want to take me for my nightly walk? And, I could, but if somebody hops on, then it's just going to be somebody hopping on and nobody to talk to. So we'll see. I'll think about it. Lucky. And of course, it's important that Lucky goes to the bathroom on a regular basis. And it is that time. So since it's just me, myself, and I on here, I'm going to go ahead and end this little stream, go into my settings and see what may have taken place earlier that blocked me out from chit-chatting. I got 2 thumbs up. Wow. And 2 people watching. I can't see anyone. Oh, Bob, you're back. I was like, what happened here? So, very awkward. Well, I don't know what happened. That it was just like the channel, the live stream chit chat that was going on over here said the live stream has chat is turned off. And I was like, are you kidding me? Who turned it off? Not me. But it got turned off. So I'm working on this project. There's the ends and strings. It's this way. I'm working on this granny square. It's going to be a poncho for my granddaughter. I already finished the one for the oldest granddaughter. This one is for the 4-year-old. So it's going to be a cute little boho poncho. And I am telling you, I'm burning it's not midnight yet, but I'm almost burning the midnight oil, Bob. This is what I do. Since I don't get out of my house very often, I find myself being productive in other areas like crocheting, sewing, items that I can make. So this is what's happening today or tonight. Lucky honey, chillax. We'll go out in a little bit. You just relax over there. So, did you get any good bottles today, Bob? Just thought I would ask. Any bottles today or just chilling? I did not get to go to your channel and look around for new videos today, so I don't know if you had anything new or not. So just wondering what was going on with that. Actually, I pretty much, hey, sweet girl, you picked up 4 more bottles yesterday, Bob. Awesome. Hey, sweet Granny D, how are you, honey? I'm working on it. I am getting it done. This is the pink one for the baby girl. They flew in tonight, and I hopefully will get this done before they come to my house because they're making their rounds in Kentucky to see family. So I'm ecstatic. I finished the big girl's beautiful poncho. She is excited about trying that baby on when she gets here. Her favorite color is purple. I am doing okay. I am on, well, I'm not even day 1. I am about 12. My infusion finished about 11:30 this morning. I started infusing overnight. But I was having difficulties with my vials acting ridiculous. So I didn't start my infusion till 5 o'clock this morning. And so it takes about 6 hours. So it's been a lazy day. I just chillaxed in my pajamas. Bob is a wonderful friend from Canada. I feel like I know him personally. Yeah, Bob, before YouTube. Bob lives in Edmonton, Canada, I think. Edmonton. Thanks, Bob. And he collects amazing bottles. Sweet Granny D is one of my knitting and crocheting friends in one of the Carolinas. Yeah. So, yeah, that's what's going on here is I'm just chit-chatting and crocheting. I do need to go to sleep at some point because the infusions do wear me out for about 2 days, and then I feel like what's his name? Thank you, Mimi. I feel like Dana Carvey from Saturday Night Live. I'm here to pump you up, get that infusion going, and feel like I can conquer all the germs. Whoo, what kind of bottles were they? Tell us. Tell us. Were they old poison bottles, medicine bottles, uh, old soda bottles? Just wondering. Just wondering about that. I'm still hydrating after infusion. After about a 6-hour infusion, you got to keep drinking. The more hydrated you are, the easier it is for the. Are those the ones that you got today, Bob, or yesterday? Let me look. A Mountain Dew Hillbilly bottle, a talc. Oh, I can't even talk. Ah, funny. And a whooping cough bottle. Cool beans. Awesome. Oh, yeah. I'm still dragging a little bit. Yesterday, you found those. Wow. I saw that fabulous haul that Alex had in the grease bucket. I guess that's what it's called. Ooh, an old castor oil bottle. Cool. Did your daughter clean them up and keep them? Does she keep them as collectibles? Granny D, does she collect those or did she uh give it to someone else? I'm sorry, I'm trying to get comfortable, and poor Lucky is over there on that side of the sectional, like, seriously, Mom, are we going to bed anytime? Yes, good, good. Um, when I lived in London, there was um an old garage that was attached. It was not attached, but uh, there was all kinds of stuff in the upper part of this old garage. It was like a storage area plus a two-car garage. Had been there for years, and we had found some crazy bottles up in there and love letters. some crazy postcards that looked like they had been hidden. I loved the handwriting on those old postcards, but those were like some kind of secret. It looked like some kind of secret thing that nobody wanted anyone to find. Sorry, guys. My laptop needs to sit straight and quit wiggling so I can crochet. But yeah, you can find all kinds of treasures. What? Absolutely. Antiques, you name it. Nothing like it. And when you're a treasure hunter, you got all kinds of good stuff. All kinds of good stuff to dig through. And most of the time, people don't realize what they have and they just throw it away. And other people are like, what? That's treasure. Yeah, that is treasure. Absolutely. Beautiful treasures. Granny D, I saw that blanket you were working on. That baby Afghan. I don't know what this is. This is beautiful. This one is for the 4-year-old. So I've got 2 done. 2 of these are done. I did not weave in my ends. Oh, the old bottle of paregoric. Wow. I'm telling you, Bob was smelling some old medicine bottles the other day. That was one of the most interesting. He was burning his nose hairs, smelling those old bottles. No telling what was actually in that stuff, but the old folks literally swore by it. Oh, yeah. So these 2 are done. Oh, she did, Bob. I did too. I'm like, excuse you, burning your nose hairs, snipping that stuff. Yeah, don't know. You don't know what's in that stuff there. I'm just telling you. Okay, that's 2 down, 2 to go. And I am getting it done, guys. Those grandbabies are in town, and I am working up some cool stuff right here. Love it. Well, rumor has it that you actually taste tested something in a bottle at one time. Bob. Yeah, I believe you did a taste test of something. Is that supposed to be secret? Sorry. Possibly. You just might have. How old was that stuff in the bottle? Goodness gracious. 20-year-old. Okay. Is this is ask the question. So let's play this game. So was it a medicine bottle? Was it a medicine bottle, Bob? You did get sick from it. Ooh. So, was it a medicine bottle or something else? A 20-euro Coke? Okay. You just couldn't help yourself, huh? Yeah, okay. At least it wasn't uh, a medicine bottle, but a 20-euro Coke probably wasn't too good for you either. So the things you what you okay, did was it a bet? Did someone did someone dare you to do that, Bob? Seriously, did someone dare you to do that, or was it like was this before you did oh, okay, let me fix that. Nope, you were just being Alex. Okay, that's funny. Well, let me tell you this. Okay, y'all want a good laugh? Here is a true story. And Bob, I know you did drink that. I remember the story about that. But this is a true story too. Back in the early years in the military, um, ooh, that's oh, that sounds pretty. Maybe. Wow, niftio. So back in the this is not anything about bottles. This still makes me laugh and gag a little bit today. So back in the day, I had a husband who was very, very I don't know, gullible. I don't know. Let me tell you what he did. Well, he comes home. We lived in California. He comes home and we're not together now, but he comes home. I mean, we're divorced, whatever. And he goes, "Hey, I'm glad you didn't cook. We're going to have steak dinners tonight." I said, "We are?" "Yeah, we're going to go to the steakhouse and have dinner." I said, "Oh, works for me. I like that. I don't have to cook, right?" So we go out to eat, and this was back in the early 80s, mid 80s, 84, I think, somewhere around in there. And hi, how are you, sweet girl, Buffy? Here, let me just get back to this insaneness, okay? So I'm like, so what was the deal with dinner? How did that happen? What's up with dinner? Um, and he tells me that the guys on the base had told him they would pay him to eat rabbit turdlings. They would pay him $20 if he would eat, I don't know how many. I don't know how many. A handful, 5, I don't know. So he comes home with 20 bucks and is like, "Let's go out to eat." Yes, it happened. It happened. And I was like, and he goes, "But you liked that steak, didn't you?" And I'm thinking, did I kiss you when you came home from work? Sorry. The things that happen. Yeah. Ew. I guess I guess it's all vegetarian diet, so you know what? Those pellets are excellent for fertilizing, if you didn't know. But for dinner, hey, sweet Teresa, how are you, darling? We're just chit-chatting about uh stranger things, strange things to eat or drink. Old things. Bob, I'm telling you, it's hilarious. Guys, this is Bob, the bottle man. Yeah, it is Friday night, and I am, you can see I'm having post-infusion daze, Daze. I can barely keep my eyes open, but I can't sleep yet. Oh my goodness, it is rabbit turdlings. Oh my heavens. So, you know what the little rabbit turtlings look like? They're hilariously funny. Well, there was a rabbit in the backyard where in my grandchildren's backyard, and it was just so weird because we were out there walking, and the youngest one had picked up these little bitty circles, and she goes, "Look what I found!" Yeah, exactly. I'm doing okay, Teresa. I finished my infusion about 11 o'clock this morning. It was about it took about 6 hours, almost 8 hours considering the prep, but I'm doing good. Yes, Craving Crochet. Bob, most of these sweet friends on here are my yarny friends. They love yarn and knitting and crocheting. And Teresa, the Craving Crochet girl, is from Toronto. She comes on, she has a live that she does tomorrow night called help me out, Teresa. Saturday Night Live. Live from Toronto. It's Saturday Night Live. She does some really cool lives too. Yes, she does. Absolutely. Bob, you need to do a live. What's holding you back, Bob? You need to do a live and drink some more 20-euro Coke. No, don't do it. Don't do it. You do need to do a live. It's really lots of fun. Probably lots more fun than sitting here watching me crochet right now, but Bob, you're not shy. Granny D, I did that. I did that while working on this and had to frog it all the way back down to the flower. I was so upset because I did. I literally, I did it. Fell asleep while knitting or fell asleep while crocheting. Hey, sweet Becky, darling, how are you? I need to put my glasses on probably so I can see. I keep squinting. I keep squinting at the screen. I did that last night too. Granny D, sweetheart, thank you for coming in. I see I had 7 friends in the house and 7 thumbs up. Thank you so much. Absolutely. I am so blessed to have wonderful friends like you all. And movie buff babe. Milda. Nancy, darling, how are you? So glad you're here. Thanks, guys, for coming in for my little live. It's not gory and bloody tonight. I'm not doing anything with needles. I am hooking, though. I am hooking tonight. Good night. Good night, sweet Granny D. I love you. Praying that you have a good sleep. Absolutely. We have to continue to pray for each other. That's very important to lift each other up. Definitely. Very, very important. Ooh, I need a good long nap like that. Mimi, what happened? You tried to do a live and your computer wasn't working? DoraBethe, I need to stop hooking. I need to go to sleep, but I'm really, really excited about this grandbaby getting her poncho. The first poncho is done, y'all. The first one is finished. It turned out fantabulous. If any of your little people got in there and messed with your microphone, Mimi, you might just need to go into settings or something. I hope that you can get it figured out. Yes. Are you leaving, Nancy? Oh, I'm so glad you got to see that. I'm telling you, I worked really hard on that poncho. Okay, the babies don't touch yours. Okay. Hey, it's my friend Buckle Bonnie. Connie. Karen, I've got all kinds of people in here now. What? I sat here earlier talking to myself thinking that the internet was broken or that you saw that poncho. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, it was so fun. So now I'm working on one for the 4-year-old. And these are her colors. This is a dark, dark green. Karen, you didn't know I was live? Well, guess what? I went on live twice. The first time, something came up on the screen over here where the chat is saying chat has been disabled for this live stream. And I'm like, what? But anyway, this is one for the grandbaby that's 4. It's going to be that little poncho. I might have to add a little bit more border on it at the bottom. Yes, I'm excited. I can't wait. And yes, I stayed in my pajamas all day. I will confess. Yes, ma'am. I am. Thank you so much. Thank you, Buffy, Milda. That has been one of the things that I have been debating on that poncho. I made the cord and didn't put the pom poms on, so I am debating on changing that up a little bit because I loved the way that two little pom poms hanging down would really, really be gorgeous on that. So I'm excited about it. Um, that's one thing. That's one thing about it. Yes, exactly. That's exactly. It's the vintage poncho. Ooh, that girl did sneak in. Did she not sneak in on you guys? That was a quick one. I pray that she's doing well. Sweet. I pray that she is doing well. Yes, yes. Meet and greet each other, guys. Bob is a friend of mine from Edmonton. I hope I said that right. I think I just had a brain toot. Canada. Somewhere up north. And Bob collects old bottles in case you all haven't figured that out from checking out his channel. Don't be shy. Go on over there and subscribe. Yes. Awesome. 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 My youngest daughter was an early bird. Ooh, the corner to corner. I did Edmonton, Canada. Yes. Ooh. Oh, it's cold here too. It's cold here in Kentucky right now. I am like I don't want to go out. But since I have a little doggy, I do have to walk. WALK him. He gets 3 walks. He gets 3 a day. And yeah, on post-infusion days, he might get 2.5. It depends on how I feel. But yeah, he loves to do his sniffing around the neighborhood. I'm like, come on, honey, let's go back inside. Let's go back in. Yes, guys, don't be shy. Get to know each other. Uh, I don't have a problem with that. I'm not a grow channel, but I do go and check out other people's channels when I am in a live. So, absolutely. Why not? Why not? Girl, I thought Kentucky was the only. Teresa, I did a tutorial. If you go to my channel and go to playlists, um, I do have all of my tutorials under one section. And you can see how to do the corner to corner. I did a little beginning tutorial on that. Yeah. So you can get a little chance to check that out and see if that's something you would like to do. I love, love, love the corner to corner. That's right here on my sofa. Lucky has claimed it. This is my corner to corner. When I broke down, check it out. This is my corner to corner sofa throw. It matches my red sofa. And this is the ice yarn. And the color is, I think it's raspberry and camel. I'm not sure if it's showing you. Love you too, sweet Becky. Absolutely, honey. God loves you more. But you know, I love you. So, Karen, this is a throw for my red sectional, and Lucky has claimed it. You know, Lucky, my little fur baby, he has claimed it. So I just throw it up over here, and he snuggles up under it like uh, a little bunny going down a burrow. He thinks there's nothing like that blanket. So much for making it for me. Absolutely. It is. It is. I think it's 20% wool, 80% acrylic. But it's so soft and squishy. Oh my gosh. And that is the corner to corner stitch, which I love. Yeah. Right now I am making a flower. Sorry. I am making flower for the center of the poncho for my sweet, sweet grandbaby. Yes, I'm working on the flower right now. So, what's on your hook, guys and gals? What's on your hook? Bob's looking for his next good vintage bottle. And Bob, we're going to encourage you to do a live because look at all these new friends you've gotten here. You could just start a live and people would hop on. Yeah. Absolutely. Good night, sweet Becky. The flowers that I'm making are made out of treble crochets. Um, the petals is what I'm working on right now, and they are treble crochets. These are the trebles. Instead of um, instead of yarning over once, you yarn over 2 times. So I'm doing 12 petals. This is the center, and I'm doing 12 petals all the way around. We are talking you into it, Bob. We're talking you into a live, okay? We are not, well, I'm not a professional YouTuber. I'm a new tuber. I've only had my channel up since mid-August. Yeah, mid-August. So I'm a new tuber. Honest to God, I am a new tuber, and I love it because I have always been before my illness really kicked in and caused me to have to stay home and not work in my field of study. I have two count them, 2 college degrees, and they both are working with kids, like in their face, in their, I love children, trust me, but in their snotty nose faces as a portraiture photographer, wiping snotty noses before you take school pictures because the teacher was too busy chasing down the kids that were running away. So I miss teaching. Oh my heavens. I miss being with the children. Um, so teaching and photography are my 2 things. This is finally healing up. I do not make immunoglobulin. So my big hour and 40 minutes live that I did last night was me doing an infusion, getting it prepped and getting started on the infusion business. I do it every 3 weeks, and usually at the near the end of the 3 weeks, I get very low energy and can't really do a whole lot. It's insane, but life goes on. There you go, Mimi. I'm telling you. Mm. Did you have to retire as well, Mimi? So I've always been outgoing, always been very active in my church, singing in the choir, hospitality team, teaching children's church, and I could never get well. I was constantly coming down with whatever any of the kids may have had at school. I got it. I was constantly missing work because I was sick. And oh my goodness. Finally, after many, many years of not knowing why I was so sick, I was diagnosed with hypogammaglobulinemia, which is something I was born with, which means that my body does not produce germ fighters. So I am the modern day girl in the bubble, but I've been the girl in the bubble for, well, we won't talk about my age, years, many, many years, and had been on antibiotics like candy, which did not work. I ended up in the hospital getting IV antibiotics most of the time to kick the bacteria infections that I kept getting. So it's been a journey, but I wanted to answer a couple questions someone had asked me last night in the live. If I thought, what was my take on the infusions that I've been getting, the infusion therapy every 3 weeks? Is it given me a better quality of life? The answer is yes. I have not. I have not had to be admitted to the hospital for infections, bacteria, meningitis, or any of that stuff. I have not had any bouts with diverticulitis, which had previously put me in the hospital for 2 weeks at a time. So yeah, it's been amazing. Bob, oh, I've always been a believer in divine healing. My parents, let me tell you, my parents, I am just saying that my praying parents is what brought me through my childhood without dying. There were 6 of us. I was the second oldest. And instead of me being able to be very helpful, taking care of the littles, hey, Donna, darling, I know this is a few hours following my infusion. I have a little bit of infusion daze, DAZE. I call it post-infusion daze. That's what's going on right now. My eyes are trying to close on me. God is faithful, Bob. You know that he's really been faithful to us. And growing up as a preacher's kid, I knew if I was coming down with something and if I was feeling bad, I'd just go to Daddy and say, "Look, you're going to have to lay hands on me. I am not feeling good again." So, knowing that I had praying parents who would lift me up, um, you'd come in with a fever or my trick. I don't know if y'all can see it, but there's a little red blotchy right here. Mother always said that was my birthmark. Right here it is. Now, I never really had a temp until I had scarlet fever and the measles, chicken pox. What else was it that? Oh, rheumatic fever. I did not um supposedly have a fever until that came about, and the little port wine stain is what I call it. It's a birthmark. Um, hey, Connie, darling, you need to get that checked out. God has brought you through a lot. Sick all the time. Okay, have you went and watched my very first video, Connie? You need to go over and watch it when you get a chance. Okay, don't tell us about your birthmark, Bob. We'll just leave it to the imagination. But anyway, that was the one. This was the telltale birthmark that would brighten up like a red light if I was running a fever. But my temperature, normal for me because of the rare disease, is 96.7. So even when I was very, very feverish and sick, and my parents would take my temperature, it would be 98 or 99. It was like, "Oh, no, that's not a fever. You're okay. You'll be all right." Well, actually, for me, um, when it was 98 or 99, that was 3 degrees above my norm. 96.7 is my norm. And even today, even with the, diagnosis, when I go to my just regular doctor's appointment and they always do the temperature and they do whatever, um, they're like, "Oh, it's 98.5, you're just fine." And I have to remind them, my norm is 96.7, just in case it's not written down in the chart, which it should be. 96.7 is my norm. If there's anything higher than that, there's something going on. And I hate that. I hate having to explain that to them all the time. Another question that someone had asked last night was about the mask. I do make my own mask when I go like to the hospital or to the doctor's office where there's a crowd of people that may be coughing up a lung or whooping or whatever, or looks like they're running a fever. I do wear a mask. Okay, sweet, sweet Connie, listen, darling, Bucky Bunny, Buckle Bunny. I had to see a immunologist to get answers. But after being in the hospital with 3 things going on, but my former PCP just kept letting me cough my head off. "Oh, that's your allergies. Yeah, your allergies. Just keep doing what you're doing." And I'm like, "I'm not doing anything but coughing up blood and whatever else. And you're not doing anything but telling me to keep doing what I'm doing," which is what is that? What am I doing? Just coughing up a lung and you don't order any prescriptions, you don't say, "Maybe we should look into this." So, yeah, I had a doctor that just blew me off, seriously. So, I went to my appointment, um, because I was still getting worse and couldn't breathe. Went to the appointment, and there was a new doctor that came in. He was substituting for my normal doctor, and he said to me, "Oh my goodness, I have been reading over your chart for the last 3 days. You are a very sick lady. We need to get to the bottom of this." And I am like, "What are you what? You're kidding me." I mean, I was just somebody actually read my chart, I mean, my medical records. Yeah, that was a maze bomb. So the fact that this doctor who just happened to be substituting on that particular day. He just looked at me and said, "You're a very sick lady today. What's going on?" I said, "I have been in here for the past 3 months begging for someone to help me. I am so sick and tired of being sick that I just don't want to even live anymore. I'm done with this. It's ridiculous." He goes, "Now, let me just listen to you." He started listening to me. He goes, "How long have you had this rattling in your chest?" Really? Yeah. Let's get you downstairs to the emergency room. We're going to have them do a we're going to have them do a x-ray to confirm that I think you have double pneumonia, and I think there's some other stuff going on. Before you go down, let me get a urine specimen. Okay. I had a bacteria UTI that I had been complaining about for 3 or 4 weeks or longer. And I was like, I am just tired of being in pain and misery all the time, and you're not ever listening to me. This is what I said to the other doctor. And well, that was in October of 2017. I was so fed up with her ignoring me. And this is what happened. She left the room and some lady came in and said, "Follow me." This was in October. The lady said, "Follow me." I go downstairs. They put me in a secluded room, said that I was suicidal because I was crying in the doctor's office and I felt like I didn't want to live if I couldn't get better. So, just going to insert this right here. This is before the new doctor came in and talked to me. So, I am sent to a psych clinic or hospital by this doctor who was ignoring all of my health issues. I was sent to a psychiatric hospital place called Our Lady of Peace, I think. It was a Catholic ran facility. And I felt like a prisoner in this. I mean, I walk in and it looks like a prison. Everything is attached to the floor. Um, you were not allowed to have crayons, pencils, ink pens, cell phones, anything with strings in it. You had a certain dress code you had to wear. I mean, it was like a suicide watch. And I'm like, look, I just want somebody to listen to me. I'm done being treated like a hypochondriac. There's something wrong. I'm sick all the time. I'm tired of being in the hospital. I'm tired of not being able to work because I'm constantly sick. I'm sorry, guys. Is this getting too personal? Hey, Leanne, darling. We are just chit-chatting. So, I was in this crazy psych hospital place for 4 days. By the end of the 3rd day, and you guys are going to laugh at me because you know already who I am in Christ. By the 3rd day, I was ministering to other patients. Of course, I was very upset that I was sent there, and I was very angry that my doctor at the time ignored my cries for help for my medical conditions, and classified me as just being a hypochondriac psychotic whatever person. I'm like, listen, you just need to do something for your patients instead of ignoring them and not checking them for doing labs to see if they have something going on. Just ignore the patient. So this woman just had me sent to the crazy place. So this wonderful psychiatrist that came and saw me day one is like, why are you here? And I'm like, because my doctor sent me here. And he is like, lady, I I'm just going to tell you right now, if they have anything offered on the floor, like a uh, counseling session, art session. We have people that come in and they do different things in the activity room. Get in that activity room. Every time there's something going on, I'll have you out of here in less than 4 days. Well, it was total of 4 days before all the paperwork came through. And by the fourth day, I was ministering to other people and praying for people that were really messed up. And I was just like, seriously, this is insane. Um, but the very last day, this doctor said to me, I've signed your release paperwork. I want you to know that if all my patients were like you, I would be out of a job. So, anyhow, that was in October 2017. I got out of that place, came home with a wow, I can't believe this just happened to me. Still had the same doctor. And then this new doctor walked in my room. It was like an angel. God sent this angel into the room that one day, and it was just like all the doors that had been shut in my face by doctor after doctor saying, well, we don't know what it is. We can't give you a good answer. We can't figure out what's going on with you, but here's we're going to guess that it's such and such. How about we let me send you to a neurologist. Let me send you to, well, so I've been seeing all these specialists all over the years, but no one ever could pinpoint why the infections were continually coming back. Sorry, guys. I know this is long and crazy, but doctors need to listen to their patients. And this is something that they have taught in medical school. Not every person that is coming down the hallway to your office is a horse. There's going to be the hoof beats coming down the hallway. Not every person or patient is a horse. There will be zebras. The zebras are the rare patients who have a rare disease that you have to really, really listen to them to diagnose it. I was the zebra. And she was calling me a hypochondriac. She would roll her eyes every time I'd come into her office, like, what is it today? So when that awesome doctor came in and said he had read my charts for the last 3 days and wanted to listen to me and find out what was going on. This was in January of 2018. He's like, Miss DoraBethe, you are a very sick lady. I want to do x-rays to listen to look in your lungs. but it will take me 72 hours to get the results back here in the clinic. I need you to just go down to the ER, register, and let them take you back. And they will give you the results within minutes. So I'm like, okay, I've never had a doctor say that to me, but I'll do it. And before I left, I looked at him and I said, tell me, are you an actual doctor here at this clinic? He goes, yes, I'm fairly new here. I said, are you looking for new patients? He's like, actually, I am. I said, sign me up. Any doctor that comes into an exam room and says, I've been reading over your medical records. You are a very sick lady. Let's get to the bottom of this. I want that doctor on my team. Yes, that's the doctor. No, it is not your diabetes, darling. What you need to do is, yes, ma'am, Leanne. God is so good to me. Absolutely. So I went downstairs to the ER. Let's just make this, let's finish this. Went downstairs to the ER. They did the little triage, the little lady that the little nurse or tech who did my temperature is like, well, you're running a temp of 102 right now. I'm like, okay. This was before being diagnosed, okay, with the rare disease. And I was like, oh my goodness. So she goes, we're going to go ahead and just put you in a room. We're not sending you back out to the waiting area. So we're going to go ahead and put you in a room because you don't need to be around people with your temperature like that. So let's get you in the back. Got me in a room. The doctor comes in. It's like, how long have you had this cough and spitting up all this stuff? And I'm like, a long time. He goes, oh my goodness. Exactly. Oh no, mental case here. Bob, I think I did this same story on my first vlog and it was terrible. I was terrified. I was like, this is the introduction. I know it's going to be horrible, but anyway, this is what happened to me. And here's my story. I was admitted on the spot. This doctor is like, listen, we're going to go ahead and do some x-rays, but they're getting a room ready for you upstairs. You have the flu that's killed so many people already in the end of 2018 and the first week of January of 2000. Yeah, December 2017 through January 2018. This is the third day of January, and I'm in the hospital with the flu, double pneumonia. That's a triple whammy right there. And a bacteria UTI that I had probably had for months. And my doctor refused to check or do a urine check or do a culture or labs. Her words to me were, we don't just draw labs on a whim. Okay. So she still works in the same office that I have been going to with this new doctor. And I'm telling, yes, Teresa, that's why I'm a zebra, darling. That yarny zebra, that's me. So this new doctor was just like a godsend. And I still today believe that he was just sent there for me. And I say that because My next appointment with him and very last appointment with him is coming up March the 11th. He is transferred or taken a position at a hospital in Georgia. So I will not be seeing him. His name is Dr. Michael McGall. Amazing, amazing doctor. And 8 years out of medical school. Very, very thorough. The best bedside manner. I mean, yes, this doctor was just placed there for me in God's timing. That's all I have to say about that. Because as soon as I was discharged from that hospital where he worked, and went to my follow-up with him, he hands me some paperwork, said, I'm going to refer you to an immunologist. An immunologist checks your primary immune system to see if you're making enough immunoglobulin. Listen to that word, immunoglobulin. That's what I was infusing last night. If you haven't seen that video, I was infusing bottles of immunoglobulin because my body doesn't make it. So people who donate plasma are saving my life. Their plasma, my liquid gold. So people who donate plasma, that's where our germ fighters are in normal people that are not rare. Your germ fighters are in your plasma. Yes. So people that donate in those vials that I was doing last night is the donated plasma that goes into my body to keep me from being sick or in the hospital or dying with a bacteria infection for another 3 weeks. So 3 weeks at a time, I'm covered. But I know that I was covered by the blood of Jesus all of those years when I was a little kid and nobody could explain why I was the one that was always getting a setback. They would say, "Oh, she's taking a setback. She was sick 2 weeks ago. Now she's got it again." Hello. That explains it. Yeah. So my God is bigger than the boogeyman. And my God is your God too. Hey, I'm not talking religion. I'm talking faith. I'm talking miraculous, amazing God stuff right there. And yeah, there's a lot of religion out there. Um, Donna, I actually don't think that's an option, but look at all the other people who need it besides me. Yeah, the plasma donation is what saves my life. And let me just tell you this. This is a very funny thing. When I was in college, my roommate was like, I've heard there's a place that is in walking distance from campus where we can go and donate blood and they pay us. Let's go do it. And I'm like, okay, if you donate blood, they pay you. I've always heard of the blood banks, you don't get paid for that. Well, she didn't know that it was donating plasma. Amen, Donna. You know that. So my roommate and I walked down to this facility to donate our blood, she thought. It was plasma. And I donated duds. I didn't have any, but I still got paid for it. I guess they didn't find out till later that there wasn't enough. I didn't have anything to give. True fact, true story. Yeah, so there's that. But yes, there are donation centers all over the world. I get a quarterly magazine called The Source, and it talks about plasma donation and um, how there's rules and regulations to who can and cannot donate. There are so many people, unfortunately, that are going to donate so they can have enough money for their next fix. Okay, I'm just going to say it because I've read the magazine, I know. Oh, yeah. Now, if you're donating blood, for example, um, it can go to certain people because of your blood type, Connie. That donating your blood for your brother who just had surgery and you have the same blood type, that's different than donating your plasma. So plasma is extracted. Okay, here's the blood that's getting drawn out, and it all looks the same coming out of your arm where they've got the needle or the syringe that's taking the blood. It's just looking like red blood coming out of there. Well, when they get it all out, they take and separate the plasma from the blood and put the blood back in your body. So when you donate in plasma, the blood comes out and the plasma comes out. It goes through the process and the plasma is extracted, and then they put your blood back into your system. It's a very different thing. Look it up. Yes, the plasma donation, um, they do give you a certain amount, and there are people that donate on a regular basis. You can donate. I think the last thing I read was you can donate at least 3 times a month. And they have a new deal. They have a great system. If somebody is healthy and wants to donate their plasma, there's nothing wrong with it. It is honorable to donate your plasma because look, so many people are getting it. They are so blessed by it. And, you know, if you're healthy and are able to donate, have at it. Exactly, Teresa. It is just amazing. It is really a very interesting process. Um, you don't know this until you need it, right? Well, actually, I knew about the plasma donation from the college years. Um, and there were lots of my friends who would donate weekly, every 2 weeks or something. I just was not. As a matter of fact, when I was doing my donation, I was getting so weak that they were like, well, this may not be for you. Okay. But they took my donation, which was blank. I had nothing in there. I explained to mom, who's 82 years old, that my uh, rare disease is it's like having a weapon without any ammo in it. It's like you're a soldier and you go to battle and you get up there on the front lines. You're in a hot, um, battle going on, and you realize you don't have any ammo in your weapon. Hello, you don't have any ammo. That's me. Yeah, very interesting. So there you go. Little bit more about me tonight, guys. You learned a little bit more. Um, Someone had asked me about the mask that I was wearing yesterday, and in the video, I was showing some of the masks that I have made. I use cotton fabric to make the mask. It's more comfortable. Um, you could buy cotton fabric and wash it and cut out the pattern and make masks, to where the ones that I make have a little valve on the side that can be taken off and washed. Um, the valve can be washed, and the mask itself can be hand washed. Um, but I do wash them separate from my other clothes. I put them down in a little lingerie bag and wash them, and um, put the little valve back in after it's been hand washed. So there you go. Absolutely, honey. Yeah. I'm sorry. I know you guys were chit chatting and I so missed it. I missed some of your chats. I'm sorry, guys. Yeah. Connie, honey, really and truly, or was it Buffy? Somebody was saying they really have been battling infections and sickness a lot. It could be all of you. I mean, yes, I think that was you who asked me. Somebody asked me last night what I used, and I do use cotton. Some people say that you can put like the hospital, those paper masks on, and then put the cotton one over top of it. But I have asthma, so breathing with two masks on is a real struggle for me. So the cotton masks have really been breathable. I had to say breathable for me. So I really prefer the cotton. Um, there you go. Okay, Connie. You need to get referred to, when you see your neurologist coming up, if that's who you're going to see next. You need to tell them that hi, Freaky, how are ya? You need to tell them that you are tired of being sick all the time and you want your primary immune system checked. The key word there is primary. Okay? Primary immune system. Write that down, Connie. Because even when I would go into the emergency room with a UTI or whatever, unable to void because of a bacterial infection, they would, I would tell them, look, and this was a couple, what, 8, 9 months ago, something like that happened. So I thought, I'm going to tell them I have a rare disease. I have a primary immune deficiency. I'm wearing a mask, not because I'm contagious. This is me in the ER. I'm wearing a mask, not because I'm contagious, but because I don't have any defense against who all is sitting in this waiting room with other things going on. I mean, some of them may be in there because they brought someone to the ER. I don't care. I need to be taken back to a private room ASAP. Well, ma'am, you just have to wait your turn. I'm like, excuse me, I have a rare disease. I am the bubble lady. I do not make germ fighters. Please excuse me from this waiting area. I don't care who's in front of me. They can go in front of me, but take me to a private room away from all these germs that are just floating around. Oh, yeah. I was just all scared about stuff like that. When I first got diagnosed, I was like, that's why I've been so sick all the time. I don't have germ fighters. Somebody help me. Well, I get back in there and they're like, okay, you got a private space. Yeah, you need to go and you need to be in a room away from everybody else. And, I'm going in the room and it hadn't even been cleaned yet from the last patient. And I'm like, wait, I'll just stand right out here until you sanitize something down in there. Sanitize it. Yeah. So I don't like to go to the ER because they just look at you like you're not any different than anybody else. And, I don't want to be different, but I am. And I don't want to go in there and have one of the nurses that's taking care of me coughing in my face, saying, oh, I know I have bronchitis. I can't get rid of it, honey. And I'm like, okay. So why are you wearing a mask? Because I have a primary immune deficiency. I have a rare disease. I don't make germ fighters. Oh, my brother has an immune deficiency. He takes insulin for it. He has diabetes. And I'm like, okay, I have diabetes too. That's a immune deficiency. That's an autoimmune deficiency. Two different things. You got your autoimmune deficiencies like diabetes, lupus, hypothyroidism, like Crohn's, colitis, interstitial cystitis, diverticulitis. Okay, I've got all these other things. Those are autoimmune issues. Autoimmune issues. Above all of these autoimmune diseases that are down here that I do deal with, that I have, is this giant umbrella called a primary immune deficiency. So because my primary immune issues are the rare disease, not making antibodies, not making all this stuff that I need, I have all these little baby umbrellas down here of diabetes, hypothyroidism, you name it, all of these other little issues that are actually big issues. But the big issue, the biggest issue of all, is the primary immune deficiency. Do you understand? I'm not making light of diabetes or Crohn's, or because I know I deal with all of those as well. I'm not making light of that in any way. I'm just saying there's this bigger umbrella up here that's causing me to have all of these other little things that are not little, they're big issues. People with diabetes, and other lupus and fibromyalgia, I have a list a mile long. But because of the primary issue, all of these other ones have plagued me all my life. But I never knew there was a reason that I was having all the other health issues. Oh, exactly. You've got these doctors that are trying to tell you, look, don't tell me what your problem is. I'm the doctor. I went to medical school. And I'm like, okay, but how much do you know about rare diseases? How did they teach you anything about the immune deficiencies? Or did you just focus on tonsils or, you know, toes? Are you a foot doctor? Are you a hand doctor? Are you just a nose doctor? So what do you know about this other stuff, if anything? So yeah, it's very difficult to get a diagnosis. And here's my take on it. Yeah, the reason it's a rare disease, and you can just quote me on it because this is the story of my life. The reason it's a rare disease is because there's no doctors that listen to their patients to find out what's actually going on. And just listen to this plain and simple. Do not go to the ER and have them do a lab panel. When you go to the ER, the labs that they draw when you go in there is all one simple thing. They check this, and that's it. I've been to the ER so many times, sick as a dog, and not once did they draw the labs that will show what your immunoglobulin level is. So I'm going to say some more. I'm going to say some words that are weird to most people because they've never heard about them or read about them or know about them. But your IgG, I'll say some letters, I'm sorry, your IgG level is your immunoglobulin level. That shows how many germ fighters you have fighting for you. If your IgG level is 200 or less, or lower than that, or zero, you have nothing fighting for you. You have no fighting. The words are technical. I don't have them all in my head, but you can Google IgG, which stands for immunoglobulin. Um, if your IgA is low, you will battle with bacteria, UTIs, gastric infections, all kinds of issues with gastritis, diverticulitis. If your IgA level is too low to fight for you, you're going to battle with that kind of stuff. And so I've lived and suffered with UTIs and gastric issues all my life. Come on, freaky. That's exactly right. Exactly. Yeah, they just keep passing you from one specialist to another, padding the pockets on the way up. Buy somebody a new yacht. Woo! Anyway, and the more medicine you're on, somebody's getting a kickback from that. Big pharma, just saying. So, since I have been diagnosed with this rare disease, I am off 8 of the 18 medicines that I was on daily, sometimes twice a day. I'm off 8 of those because the infusions are fighting for me, putting my body into action to fight off bacteria and all that stuff. And the medicine that I was put on by a particular doctor just to keep my mouth shut about my issues. Yeah, whatever. I am off 8, I think, of those medicines now. 8, count them. So, there you go. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. It's 1:21. What? And y'all are awake. Y'all are awake too. So it's not just me that's up and at it this morning. Come on, let's do it. That's right, bare feet. I know. Let me tell you. Let me tell you how many people, and I love my friends, have said, you should try this. That's going to boost your immune system. And I'm thinking, yes, you were, Donna. God love you. I love you, ladies and gents. Freaky, are you a guy? Just kidding. I just had to say that. Me too. I'm crocheting. I'm making another granny square. I know. I'm so sorry, sweet Connie. Oh my gosh. I'm human too. Hey, my darling Kristen, how are you, darling? We were just having some one-on-one holler at your girl chatting over here. We're just talking all about it up in here. Exactly. Oh, freaky. I love you. Well, the girls don't have their ponchos yet. Their flight came in to they got off their plane about 7:30, I think. I need to tie in my ends, guys. So I'm still working on the babies. Look at hers, how cute. She is 4. And I've got 2 done. And I'm working on the 3rd one. They did not come to my house yet. They are making their rounds, but they will see their Mimi and they are going to get their ponchos. I'm so excited. It's good to see you, Kristen. I hope you're doing well. Thank you. I love the center and the border is absolutely, I mean, I have I have never done a granny square project except for my little tiny granny square earrings that I made for International Granny Square Day last year. That's the extent of my granny square, and that's it. I'm telling you, I have not done granny squares. Very, 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 very little ever. And I just didn't think it was my forte, but I like it. It works up really, really quick. And I am just really tickled with the way that it's working up. All I can say is, um, I think that these are going to turn out pretty cool. Sorry, I'm looking for my skizzers. So excited. So excited. So I know that I am. Look who's here, Miss Canadian Scrapper. How are ya? Welcome to my long and extended live. Well, it's been about the same amount of time as it was yesterday, huh, Donna? Yeah, I'm just wide awake and I slept pretty well. I didn't sleep too late today, but yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Just chit-chatting about life and a little bit more about my diagnosis. And I'm just so grateful for you yarny friends that are hanging out with me and encouraging me. It's amazing. Um, it's amazing to be able to communicate with people. And you know what I said? To, I want to give awareness um, about this rare disease because, like I stated earlier, it's a rare disease because people are walking around undiagnosed because their doctors ignore them or think they're psycho or crazy in the head. Exactly. So, just a little bit about it. Yes, it was 5 a.m., Donna, when it was after 5 when I finally went upstairs, climbed the mountain with my needles in my thighs, and got in bed. And my sweet lucky pants, where I had went upstairs and prepped everything, had my IV pole by the bed, my water, the whole everything before starting prepping. He was where the covers had been pulled down. He was snuggled up under that, keeping my side warm. I just love him. He just don't do the needle business. When I start working up my infusion stuff, he is like, "Oh no, mom's going to be doing that thing again." So he stays out of the way. And love his heart, he knows that he can't like really sit in my lap for about 2.5 days because I use my thighs to infuse. So he is not a happy camper, but he is so precious and just hangs with me. He's never far from me. I can look at him. He's over here. He's over here snoring in his scraptastic sweater I made him. Oh, freaky geek. Yeah, nobody wants to be around me when I'm infusing, when I've got needles stuck in me. Lucky especially. Oh my gosh. God love him. He is just a mess. But he's my mess. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay. Oh, it is. Oh my goodness. Buffy, to actually this doctor, okay, this amazing angel that God sent me just at the right time before I died uh, of the flu. He was just amazed. He was going through the list of medicines and he was like, "So you're not even on that anymore. You're not on this anymore either. You're not taking that?" I was like, "Nope, it's been taken off." And it was my specialty doctors that took me off of it. And he said, "Well, you're also going to be taken off that high blood pressure medicine because you're not dealing with high blood pressure anymore." So yeah, basically I had um, a very bad doctor. I love you, Teresa, darling. Good night. Thanks for sticking with me while I gabbed. You know it. I believe that. I'm not done yet. There's more. Sleep tight. I know I'm getting ready to crash too because I'm excited about seeing my sweet babies. Hopefully I can get this finished before they show up. So I'm not sure if I'll get sleep tonight or not. But at least I think I'm going to go to bed before 5 a.m. Anyway, so far it's been a good year. Last year I had 3 surgeries um, to repair issues that were not addressed with the former primary doctor who I sort of fired. Yeah, she lost this patient. She almost lost this patient literally with pneumonia, the flu, and a bacteria infection, and she just was ignoring me. Yeah, yeah, it's just your allergies. You'll be all right. So, I had a severed rotator cuff. I went for almost 3 years with a severed rotator cuff, and she was like, "You just need to suck it up, Buttercup. You're getting old. That's life." Really? Oh, yeah. So I was walking my daughter's Great Pyrenees, and she saw a bird, a robin redbreast, and went for it and took me down. Yeah, took the shoulder. Ching. Yeah. Yes, a big Great Pyrenees. 3 years with a severed rotator cuff. She swore that it was just bursitis, that I was old age, that I just needed to suck it up and quit acting like I couldn't deal with pain. We're old, we're going to have pain. Yeah. So I finally said, "Look, either send me to someone else or I'll find another doctor." She said, "First, you need to go to physical therapy." I said, "Really? That's the situation. I have to go to physical therapy first. Go to physical therapy." They said, "Ma'am, I think your rotator cuff is torn. We can't help you." Seriously? Went back upstairs to her, said, they believe the same thing that I do, that something's wrong with my shoulder, and I think I have a rotator cuff tear. Finally, she said, fine, I'll send you to an ortho person. The ortho person did an MRI. He's like, oh, yes, we need to get you into surgery. Really? Yeah. Could not go into surgery because right after that was when I was diagnosed with the pneumonia and the flu and was in the hospital. Got out of the hospital. They diagnosed me with a rare disease. The surgeon wouldn't touch me until I had started the infusions, and he would not do the surgery until um, he knew that I would not get an infection from this surgery. Imagine that. Really? So, what do you think is going on with your shoulder, sweet Bonnie? Can you lift them up and they stay up? Mine stays up now. Before, this is the one that was severed. Before, if I had my arm up like this, I would have to be holding it up. If I let go, it would fall. Why? Because there was no rotator cuff doing its job. It was totally severed. So the ortho surgeon said, "Here, let me check this out." He lifted my arm up and then let go of it. Boom. He goes, yeah, we're going to go ahead and schedule you. How long have you been on these infusions? Okay, we're going to do your surgery in February. February 15th of last year, I finally got my shoulder fixed and it works great. I can praise the Lord. Look at that. Ooh. Yes, you do not want to know how many staph infections this girl's had because of, yeah, not knowing that I didn't have any germ fighters. Bless your heart, sweet girl. I have RA. You know, you need to get that shoulder fixed. Girlfriend, you have a rotator cuff injury. When they got in here and started working on this shoulder, um, a 2.5 hour surgery was like 4.5, almost 5 hours because of the arthritis that was going on in here. So he had to do some major work in here. I do not have any problems with this shoulder anymore, but I could stand in the mirror. I would stand in front of the mirror and could see that this shoulder was like hanging way down. I mean, the bra strap, sorry, freaky, would just fall off. It wouldn't stay up because the rotator cuff was severed. There was nothing to help with this. Absolutely. If you can't even like open your cabinet door with this arm to get a mug out for your coffee, you need to have that rotator cuff checked out. Don't be a doormat. I was a doormat because I just was like, nobody would listen to me. I kept repeating myself over and over. This is serious business. This is my body, my life. It is not working properly. Let's fix it. Oh, you're just getting old. That's part of it, honey. You're getting old. Okay, forget about it. Yeah, but when you get that rotator cuff fixed and you can actually work, yeah, when you can raise those arms up, and they raise up and down by themselves. It's miraculous because for years, I mean, I was in so much pain. And the pain is at night. With the rotator cuff, I'm just going to tell you, trying to sleep at night and the shooting pain down all the way down into your elbow. That's the pain that kept me awake crying at night, unable to crochet during the day because a rotator cuff, you're crocheting, you're moving that stuff. It was horrible. I couldn't do it. Could not do it. Oh man, I'm 5 minutes over, guys. Exactly. Oh my goodness. I'm 5 minutes over my 2 hours. You know, I'm going to be grounded. Please, please, Connie, get a good doctor. We are going to pray that God sends you an angel like he sent me to get to the bottom of it. So, yeah, we are definitely going to lift you up, sweet girl, because listen, you know your body. And like I had to deal with this crazy doctor telling me, you are not getting any younger, you're getting old. That's part of it. Whatever. Yeah. Whoo, glory. So yeah, there we go. We need to get some hey. I know. I need to run away too. Absolutely. By the way, my doctor, my wonderful angel doctor, who is going to another state and another practice, gave me the name of an amazing doctor that is right here in my city where I live now. Probably 2 miles, 5 minutes max to get to that doctor's office. So not only is he an amazing doc, he also gave me a referral to a wonderful doctor. Good night, Freaky. Yes, baby. Yes. Okay, guys, I know. I am working on this little poncho. I'm going to get her done and then I'm going to go to bed. But I'm not going to keep you all up here with me. You don't have to hang out here with me, and I just love you guys so much. Yeah, I'll ask him at my appointment on March the 11th because I don't know where he's going, but he's amazing. He is, I'm telling you, Dr. John Michael McGall. I told him, I said, I'm shouting you out. I said, I'm shouting you out. You're the one. And he's like, you know, every doctor should be able to help their patients and listen to them. Absolutely. Oh, my word. Every doctor should listen to their patients. Thank you. Oh, yeah, it's happening. I can't wait to finish it. I'm telling you, she picked her colors too. Mimi, my colors are pink and purple. I said, okay. So, all right, guys. I'm going to get off of here. Bob, oh, you've been so quiet. I thought you had dozed off on us. Thank you so much, Bob. It's wonderful to finally see you on YouTube. Yeah, absolutely. Good night to all. God bless you all. Sleep well. And don't forget, I'm his favorite. And so are you. And you know who I'm talking about. I'm not talking about Lucky. Jesus loves us and he has sustained me. There's just no other way around it. He is my great physician. He has kept me all these years. And that's why I'm still here today, because he has a purpose for me. Love to all. Have a good evening. And oh gosh, did I say evening? Have a good rest of your night. And remember, be kind to others and don't forget to say your prayers. Thank you all so much. It's been a blessing. Thanks for listening, and tell each other good night. Don't forget to go watch each other's channels. I love you too, sweet Donna. Love you, Leanne. Love you, Buffy. Connie, Karen. Oh my gosh, who else is in here? I didn't even look. All of you wonderful people. And the freaky one that already left. We love him anyway. So, good night, y'all. Thanks for coming and sitting with me in my living room and letting me share all of the stuff that I did. Whoo! That was a lot of stuff. Good night.